Assignment with the Minister of Environment and whatever. So he thought we should pass by, since he's here in his country, he's Cameroonian, pass by and create at least one school in Cameroon before he comes back. So, and the one school is still not the criteria, is one college. So that is what he's here. Dr.
staff and students. It's a great honor to be here today, and I'm one of you. So that's the important thing. I'm Cameroonian, and just like any Cameroonian, we are proud of who we are, as they say. And as the principal rightly said it, I am here on official assignment, but the most important thing is that I'm here to engage with you guys for the few minutes that I have before I go to my official assignment. But I wanted to pass by and have a conversation with you guys and to understand what you think about leaving school and doing, and at the same time to understand what you are thinking about the environment. I believe you are high school students, all of you. Is that correct? And so you're writing the GCE advanced level. I wrote the GCE advanced level in 2000. So I finished integrated in Bamenda. And I went to and we are going to further have this conversation. So I already started my discussion, so I will going to continue there. But the point is this: I'm happy to be here. Please feel free, ask me anything, and I will give you the perspective of how the environment direction you can take regarding the project. We just know that about 25 years ago, I was like this, and so you can become anything.
Good. Thank you very much. So
those who are out there given about our visitor. Our visitor is called Dr. Richard Monang. Dr. Richard Monang works with the United Nations, actually in the Department of Environment. He is an expert on environmental issues, policies, and he moves around as an international man. He moves from country to country, meeting high profiles, government ministers. And he is here in Cameroon today to work with the ministers. And he thought that while in Cameroon, it would be good for him to meet students of his country. He's actually Cameroonian from Northwest region, who was born and bred in Cameroon here, studied here before. We are so concerned about the management and sustainability of our natural environment. We are concerned about clean air, we are concerned about water management, all the things. And I like to go some updates from you to share with me your experiences. There are those who told me they have asthma, and because of the oil that their mothers fry and the polluted air, the dirty air around, they fall sick very often. And
and we started handling that by doing free air projects and environmental projects. And of recent, we went into water management. We're looking at water. And we also talked about school waste management. So he's an expert. He's going to enlighten us more. And I know, as usual, you have a lot of questions to ask. A lot of questions. You know how active you are, and you are. So it is an opportunity for us to play all the cows that we have had. Issues we have handled in our clubs that we just talked and we didn't know the way forward. He's here. Another person better than him to play our cows. In the meantime, as he's talking, make sure, take note of whatever thing he says because it's going to be our material for our blog activities. And that we are going to take seriously. Okay? And Doctor would like to welcome you. These are our upper-6 students. They are those who are preparing themselves to provide general secondary education, advanced level, and leaving secondary school. That means 2-3 months time they'll be done with their secondary school education. They'll be looking for further studies. And I think, I believe, a good number of them will like big opportunities on the environment, scientists, most of them have scientific background. But those who are artists too, as you started talking, I hear artists who can make wonderful opportunities with environmental issues. So this is the right time for you to talk to us because we are focusing on what's going to be happening with us ahead from now. So, Dr. Welcome, we give the floor. We know you don't have the time, but the time you want for creating this many stay with us. We shall not create it. We are not going to create it. We're going to record it this time. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bernier, the principal of France Comprehensive Secondary School. And good morning, how are you guys? Are you happy? Yes. Excellent. So just look outside, what do you see? What do you see? I'm hearing so many answers. You see trees, you see buildings, you see, what else do you see? Excellent. Good. I think all of you are giving right answers, but you also see light, right? Is it raining or is it sunny or what are you saying? You see the sun? Well, please put up your hand. I'm hearing so many answers. So, what do you see? It's sunny. It's sunny, right? Is it sunny? What is happening? Anyway, I'm very happy to be here. And like I started off by saying when I met a few of you up there when we sang the national anthem. My name is Richard Munan, and I work with the United Nations Environment Program with headquarters in Nairobi. That's the global headquarters of the environment in the entire world. And I joined the United Nations Environment Program in 2009, so I've been there for 14 years with that. And I came in there after I finished my PhD at the University of Nottingham in England. And my focus of work was to help countries, including Cameroon, to be able to not only see environment in terms of planting trees, but to see environment as a business opportunity. To see environment, the waste we produce as well. To see environment, the plastics that are being disposed that are troubling not just our oceans or our seas, but also causing drainage not to be effective when it rains a lot, but plastic as an opportunity that you can turn plastic into pavement tiles that can be used for buildings. And all these I am starting to put in perspective for you guys is that I came here today to just tell you two words: environmental business. And what that means is that regardless of what you study, whether you're studying, you are in the sciences, I did science, I was in S1, biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, furthermore, we are doing literature, history, geography, economics. It doesn't stop you from taking an interest in understanding the opportunities that the environment presents today. Because as we are here today, you may be in Yaoundé, you may be in Cameroon, as we are now, but you are thinking and the solution you will provide through the environmental lens will have implications in other countries in the African continent and beyond. Let me take, for example, practically, the entire African continent, as we speak today, is suffering from climate change, droughts, floods. I'm sure a lot of you must have experienced a lot of heat and during the past month or so. Is that true? And there will come moments where you will experience a lot of coldness and wetness and floods, and you will see flooding all across Yaoundé and other parts of the country. Is that true? These changes in seasons and over a long period of time, because of weather events that are changing, that phenomenon is called climate change. But why I'm bringing this up to you is not necessarily to go to the nitty-gritty of the science, is to say that the challenges, drought where there are crop failure, floods when we have all the flooding in the city or in the country, are opportunities for you to start to look, how can I be able to come up with drainage techniques that can be applied in the municipality of Yaoundé, of Cameroon, or of other African countries. As we're speaking today, a drought in the north. The produce that mothers are producing, whether it is cassava or they're producing maize, they witness crop failure. But you start to think, how can you start to engage in understanding how a solar dryer works so that a mother can be able to dry her vegetables, dry her cassava, and that is a business opportunity. Agricultural waste, waste that is actually produced, organic waste from the kitchens that all of us might have in our homes, can be turned to biogas that will replace the liquid petroleum gas that is used for cooking. And that's the business opportunity. The message to you today is that if you take interest in the environment, that is where the future is moving, because climate change is with us, pollution and waste is with us, causing the flooding and cluttering drainage systems that we see in our cities. And then there is the destruction of our ecosystem, the cutting down of our forests, destroying our biodiversity, species, and all these need solutions. So, 25 years ago, I was like you. I was in Government Bilingual High School, Bamenda. And the belief at the time, at the same level as where, was to think big. That you will work hard, and the motto of your school is excellence. Excellence is not an event. Excellence is a habit. Let me repeat that again. Excellence is not an event. Excellence is a habit. What it means is that anything you do, in addition to you focusing on your studies, in addition to you being disciplined, you have to be able to embark that discipline and cultivate it within you, to apply it in everything that you put your hand on. Your studies, your ability to read and understand other aspects and issues on the environment. The solutions, we have the internet out there today. Most young people are using it to listen only to music. They're using it to learn only how to dance. Though dancing is good, I dance as well. But use these opportunities to read. And anything that you focus on, become an excellent student on that thing, because what you do today in an excellent way is what will define you at tomorrow. When I finished high school, I went to ENS Bambali, and I'm actually a trained teacher. But the vision and the ambition was to become an environmentalist. And though I was trained as a teacher and I gave my best in it, and I still have that teacherness in me today, I never lose focus in thinking where I wanted to be. And that is how I started applying for scholarships. And I wanted a scholarship to study at the University of Nottingham on environmental science, then I wanted a PhD on climate change. But after the PhD, the intent was, how do I apply that in the African continent and the world to devise solutions? And therefore, the reason why I'm bringing all these aspects to you today is that you have to do 7 things to be able to achieve your dreams, because all of you here today, your dreams are valid and your future is bright, regardless of where you come from. I never grew up in a rich home. I grew up in a very poor home in the northwestern part of Cameroon, Bamenda, in a small village called Jinquin. I went to school without shoes. We didn't have the luxury at the time to be dressed nicely like you guys here today, which is really, you guys look amazing. But the belief was to think big. And I really want you guys to remember these words that I'm using here today. Think big. Be excellent. And remember that excellence is not an event, it is a habit. So the first point that you need to cultivate to tap opportunities in the environmental sector, number 1 is skills retooling. Write it down. Skills retooling. What does that mean? It means you must start to learn something new. Read how do you turn waste from households to fertilizer that can be applied to replace fertilizer. Because I'm speaking today, African countries and Cameroon pay a lot of money to import fertilizer, and that depreciates what is called foreign reserves and results in inflation. If you can just look at how to turn waste from your household to fertilizer, you will start to get knowledge, and that process is a retooling of your skill to get a new skill. So skills retooling must become part and parcel of each and every one of you. The second is that when you look at the Cameroon government and the entire country today, no country in the world is perfect. I work in an international organization, and I have interacted with over 190 countries in the world. But what I've noticed that gets missing sometimes in our discussions is that the discussion of opportunities always comes last, and we focus more in discussing problems. So the second point is focus on opportunities, not problems. Opportunities to tap in challenges, because every challenge is a disguised opportunity. Can you repeat that? Every challenge is a disguised opportunity.
Every challenge is a disguised opportunity.
Repeat it again.
Every challenge is a disguised opportunity.
Excellent. And so if you see challenges through the lens of opportunity, you will always succeed. You will never be a complainer. You will be a solution provider. Repeat this. I will be a solution provider, not a complainer.
I will be a solution provider, not a complainer.
Good. And the third aspect you must focus on to seize opportunities in the environmental space is never to fear failure. Never ever fear failure. If you start to do something and don't get it right, that is called experience. If you don't fail, you cannot learn. If you cannot learn, you cannot change. And if you cannot change, you cannot make progress. Failure is an opportunity to learn. Try and fail, and you learn. And that is how Thomas Edison, the discovery of the light bulb, came after almost 1,000 years of trying. And the reason why I'm telling you this today is that if I had this information 25 years ago, and if my classmates then had that information 25 years ago, we would have had more solution providers in our country today and in the continent than ever before. Learn. Fail forward, not backwards. Ask questions. Inquire with humility and respect. And the fourth point that I want you to remember today is you must have faith. Have faith. Faith is a belief in things not seen. That I will get up and read even though I'm sleeping. It's that ability that, regardless of how difficult a subject is, whether it is mathematics or it's chemistry, I will give my best and I will read. And at the end of the day, I believe I will pass because I'm going to put the effort. Faith is what we must cultivate. And that root of faith is actually what I call the engine that can drive you to places. And as you have the faith, also have hope. Because with faith, you do the unimaginable. You read and you learn. You inquire. You build a skill. And that is actually the foundation of building success. And then, next one that I want you guys to remember, which is the fifth, is passion. Passion is the new currency of now. Let me say that again. Passion is the new currency of now. With that passion, you cannot be able to triumph. You cannot be able to sustain the momentum, to be able to do things when you are under duress, when you face difficulties. But with passion, what is passion? Passion is that flame that burns internally inside of each and every one of us. That makes us get up in the morning and you want to do something regardless of how you feel. It's that flame that burns in you that you want to do something. Even if you don't have money, you want to go and ask someone whether they can be able to give you an opportunity to offer you to learn a skill. And as a result of learning that, you will have that value. And to cultivate passion. I have argued this and I'm glad to tell you guys today that anywhere I go, and I speak with young people, I tell them this: throw money on a passionless person, and that money gets wasted. Give ideas to the passionate person, and that person turns those ideas into big, innovative things that bring huge sums of money. Without passion, you cannot be able to drive transformational development. So they can't passionate. And that takes me to the seventh point. Wasn't that number 6? So if it's not number 6, so it takes me to the 6th point which I talked already, which is cultivate self-discipline. Self-discipline is the true genius of achieving big things. That I want to leave you guys with today is, how many of you here watch football? Cameroonian football. I'm proud Cameroonian. I love football, but how many of you here watch football, Cameroon TV, so funny other things elsewhere? Which do you watch? Some sport. Which do you watch? You know footballer? You know what the sport? Basketball? Oh, we do. Excellent. Where is basketball? Is rugby? Is football? Is handball? One thing that I want you guys to understand, for those who love football, how many players play in the field? 22, right? So 11 on each side. What did you say? So, how many of you are going to the field to watch football? When there's a big game? Yes. How many people are in the stadium that day? You can have at least only one person at a time. Yes, how many? 1,000. Excellent. So stand up again. So the 1,000 people in the field, they were supporting different teams, right? And what were the names of those teams? Oh, Egypt and Egypt was doing the African Nation Cup. I think that the people must be more than 1,000 there. Silence. This is becoming interesting. I love this. Hey guys. Please stand up. Stand up. Please, you're doing a good job. Stand up. Hey. Yeah. So Which team won that day? Was it the team of Cameroon? Okay, you won. How did the stadium were the Cameroonian fans very noisy? No, but they were making noise in the stadium, right? Excellent. And abusing the other players. Excellent. But when the team won, the team that the players were happy. Excellent, you can see that. You need to take the question. Leadership is a personal responsibility. And you cannot lead effectively without self-discipline. And to lead means to take risks. I'm not talking risk of you running to the street and lying on the across the street for the side of the road. That's not what I'm talking about. It's about thinking big and thinking of solutions to problems that even if no one has ever put them in place, you start to bring those solutions forward. And in the course of doing that, we are going to face what I call naysayers. We will face people who doubt you, who doubt whether you can do that. You will receive abuses like he said in the stadium. The players were playing in the field, 22 of them, but those who were in the stadium were abusing some players, shouting and using terrible names against players. We see that everywhere. It's not only during African nation stuff. And those people are not the ones, some of them cannot even kick the football, but they are abusing players. But the players in the field, I will now want to use Nathan and show you love football. So the players in the field, when the spectators are making noise, what do the players do? Do they care about what they say? Excellent. Do they look at them and wait for a minute? Excellent. So when the players are playing and the spectators are making noise and even abusing them, they never stop for a second to listen or to watch what those spectators are doing or saying. They focus on playing the football. And when they win, they get the medals, not the spectators. My message to you today is that regardless of what you do, don't be afraid of what people say about you. If you know you are doing the right thing, stay focused, stay disciplined, stay humble, and stay respectful. Thank you.
Just show the hand and I'll bring the microphone to you. And ask your question.
My name is Haman. First of all, my question is this. I'm asking myself about water management. Why is it that
What's the name, please? Give me the full name.
Haman Chichima Buka.
Okay. Hema, right?
Yes. Yes.
I've just taught you guys here to be self-disciplined, right? And respect one another. So let you.
Why is it that the earth is about 70% or what is about 70%, but yet we cannot use seawater to help the society?
Excellent. Okay, I think I will just take the question. I can take 3 questions and then respond.
So you talk about using kitchen waste for biogas, but my question is now is how can we use this knowing that just one is very expensive and our government is not that really. So now, what can we do? How can we just communicate it knowing that it's very expensive?
You said that problems bring opportunities for solutions, but I don't know if it's just.
Come again, please. Sorry, I missed the first part of the question. Come again.
It said that problems bring about opportunities or business opportunities.
Yes.
But according to rumors, people who have talked about solutions, but people don't get to adapt to the solutions. So even as we bring about the problems, how do we relate it to our country and people staying in it?
So, please, I need some silence, and I love the excitement. I was once like you, so this is good. So, the question from Emma, right? Beautiful question, and from Kendra and from Stefan, all of you have asked very excellent questions. The first is the fact that we have water in the oceans. This is salt water, and the alkalinity of that water, it needs to be treated before it can be fit for human consumption. And because of that, we cannot be able to use seawater as it is for human consumption. And the treatment of that is a process, and it's also expensive. But that is an artificial process to do so, but we have the natural process, which is our trees are watered towards. When we preserve our forests, when we plant trees, they rejuvenate our natural water aquifers, and we have clean drinking water with the requisite nutrients that are fit for our body, rather than not protecting our environment, not making sure we plant trees to rejuvenate our water aquifers to bring clean drinking water. So the alternative to investing in turning salt water or seawater as compared to planting trees and nurturing our environment to be intact, the latter is the best. To the second question from Stefan on West Tobacco's excellent question coming at the right time. The entire African continent today have been hit with inflation. What is inflation? Prices goes up, and there is no money or very little money for people to purchase. And what governments do is that they increase what's called interest rates to discourage borrowing, so that there will be more money, and then the trader continue to increase prices. Because of the Russian-Ukraine war, which I think you guys have heard, and because of COVID-19, which took almost 2 years, these effects resulted in increase in prices, and the Russian-Ukraine war resulted in increase in fuel prices also. Because of that, the government of Cameroon and African countries have put what we call subsidies to subsidize fuel. But unfortunately, that fuel is dirty fuel. It's not clean fuel. So it's not good for the environment. And therefore, you are questioning why I'm saying it's very important, because why I'm here in the country is, and yesterday I met with Halle, the Minister of Environment, discussing solutions on how we can be able to use clean solutions like biogas to start replacing the liquid petroleum gas that you said is expensive and other fossil fuel that people depend on, and also take them off charcoal. So to your question directly, why I was giving that background is for you to understand that it leads to Kendra's question on problems. Understand that when you have challenges, that is when you can devise solutions. Let me repeat it again. When you have challenges, that is when you can devise solutions. And one of the solutions to make gas affordable is to start turning agricultural waste and household waste into biogas. The good news is that the Cameroon Climate Action Plan, and Cameroon is the only country in Africa that has an action plan on climate change that takes into consideration biodigester and biogas production. And it's called a nationally determined contribution. And when you go online and even read about it, you notice that Cameroon have put in that action plan that between 2020 to 2035, they are going to expand the production of biogas by between 10% to 30% in local communities. That's the plan. What does that mean? It means that us as individual citizens can venture into learning how to turn household waste into biogas because we have the policy cover for that in the country, and it's a good thing. The second is, it is an expensive process to acquire and build a biodigester. But what we are doing, and we're working in the UN Environment Program with the United Nations system in Cameroon. I lead that work in Colmebane, Swat. We are having gentlemen there who have developed a digester, and they are training young people on how to turn household waste into biogas. And so, I will promise you guys I'm going to bring that gentleman here, not this time, maybe when I next visit, to come and explain to you how you can be trained, how you can venture into becoming a biodigester, fabricator, and a biogas producer. Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And then to Sandra, give us question. Please. Excellent. Giving my, well, it was not a speech, it was a discussion. You guys, I said something, and if you were very careful in number 1 or 2, there are naysayers. There are people who will discourage you anytime you bring up a solution to the problem. And that is the construct of the society you need to live in today. It's not only a Cameroon issue, it's a world issue. The country taught us one thing was that even when vaccines were produced in record time, people still rejected to take it. That's society. And society rejecting ideas is nothing new. But this is what you need to do. Understand context. And contextual reality in any place, or in Cameroon, in Yaoundé, or anywhere, is that you must learn a skill, a communication skill. To communicate your idea, and always have in your mind that you are telling someone who can reject it. So be persuasive. They will reject you anyway. But the more you persuade them to buy into the idea, the fact that you come up with a solution doesn't mean that community will accept it. They will reject it. And so and that takes patience, it takes passion, it takes persistence, and it takes consistency. Thank you.
Dear students, I am Madam Kalida, coordinator for environmental problem in Franklin. On behalf of my fellow members and the school, we want to tell you we are extremely happy for you being here with us today. We have learned, and most especially our flag bearers, they are here, they have listened to you, and I'm sure they are going to take what you told them into consideration and put them into action. So we look forward to having more of you around with us, and to also tell you that from your discussion with us, we have actually understood so many aspects. And I also want to inform you that in our environmental block, we have projects that we are carrying on presently on water management and sustainability, and on environmental protection and how to fight climate change. We are dedicating this talk to you. Make an effort to come again so you see how we are progressing.
Thank you so much. Thank Yeah, I think I don't know. How do you guys want us to take it? Outside. So you get some fresh air. Okay. Environment. Excellent. Self-discipline. Passion. Leadership. Responsibility. Sabrina.
That's why we go to inflation right now. Because I'm trying to explore more about it. So, I'm trying to find more myself. I would need to present other things to and also, it can help us like gain of strength in voluntary therapy.
Wonderful. This is so inspiring to get that feedback. I'm a teacher by profession. And I think what you guys are saying here, the problem of the reason why I'm how to make environment many times the body, for example, the 20 in Cameroon of 5.7 trillion had very little on that had to go to the environment. But we need to reverse that because environment is life, environment is food, environment is economy, environment is health, and therefore that needs to become center stage. But you said something important here, how to engage others, especially people from different schools, to develop that attitude of volunteerism. And I think having engaged you guys and your principal is there and the practical the guy is there, you see how we can bring an aspect of environment across the country we really want to for innovative volunteering. If you just Google that, you see what I've been doing, which is very simple. What I've done with you guys today is volunteering. That is telling you opportunities where you can voluntarily volunteer yourself to do. And having the attitude of self-belief and knowing that every time you will be. So why did I summarize it this way? That what you said is help, will be done.